Hi, Cancer. This is Just with your general reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Cancer, work looks really good. Money looks really good. Some of you are a slave to your work, to the job that you do. And that's going to get better, I feel. Some of you will be able to lighten your load somewhat, especially if you're a Cancer man. You may even take a little bit of a reduce in pay just to kind of free yourself a little bit. Some of you may have a particular event planned, and that's what's going to be more of your focus. I do see some of you moving. It could come out of the blue, and it's like now you can move, and you're moving. A little bit conflicted about it for some of you, but I do see that. Some of you could also feel that you're being judged harshly by a lot of people. You may also have your eye on someone that you really do not trust. And that is sparking a lot of controversy with you and this person. I get friends, acquaintances, people that you normally have had a pretty peaceful connection with may out of the blue change. And I feel that for some of you, you may feel like you have to depend on others at this time for one reason or another. If it's not you, then it's someone else having to kind of live with you, depend on you. And it's like you're happy to do that. Either you're housing someone or you're helping someone is what it looks like to me. And you're really happy to do that. There could be a niece, a daughter, a family member, a friend of a family that you're seeing probably getting married. And it's very unconventional. It may be online, like they're having a wedding in their home and everyone is digitally tuned in through Zoom and other apps like that. So there I get like it could be attending a wedding, virtually. Is what it looks like to me. And that's kind of cool. Some of you also could be having some type of, like I said, planning something or having some type of an event, but it's only like 3 people around and it's digital. But overall, I do see that you may be needing some kind of assistant or someone needs your assistant. And it could literally happen out of nowhere. Okay. But it looks like it's going to work out still. Even some type of a fallout, some type of an issue or a problem may create the domino effect, right? So everything was okay yesterday, all hell is breaking loose today, and next you know you're in a completely different location, which could spark a move out. It could spark a chain reaction, and then there'll be a story to tell. Like, oh, I had an issue with my dot dot dot. Moved out, moved here, met this person, fell in love with them, and now we're together. Something like that. It's just this chain. It's a chain reaction that I'm seeing. One thing is begetting so many other things that's going to happen down the line in your life. And if you're not moving now, then by your birthday season, you will be moving. I get. And it's kind of bittersweet, but it's also kind of scary and exciting at the same time because you really do not know what lies ahead of you. And you're still looking back at how could this maybe have been avoided, but it kind of seems unavoidable. If it's not you, it's someone else looking back and thinking, how could this have been avoided to some extent? And perhaps for some of you, just knowing that someone is affected by this, that may satisfy you enough, that, yeah, you're feeling the sting, that type of thing is kind of what it looks like to me. Now let's get into your love because your overall life looks kind of quiet to me. I also feel like you have a lot of people possibly judging you or a particular person judging you, especially if you share a home with other females. One particular person you may feel like she's being a bit harsh, and you maybe because you're in love and you have your head up in the clouds and it's like she just does not understand. Some of you may be feeling like she just doesn't understand, especially if you're still living at home with mom or another woman that is a bit of an authoritarian person. Let's get into love. Oh, I wanted to back up. Let's go back to this career and this business. If you have a business and you're doing what some people may feel is unscrupulous things, in order to get money, you may be quite happy. This may be your whole new calling. Like, wow, I really like doing this. Like things, that taboo type of stuff. Other people might want to judge and say a lot of things, but you may feel like I'm finally in my element. But be careful because it's going to be hard to get out of it. Also, if you're getting in a business arrangement with someone, be very careful because specifically if you are a Cancer woman, you do not know all of the details and it is going to be damn near impossible to get out, and you're going to wish you had, and you're going to regret the day that you got involved. So, everyone is different. This is a general, but just make sure you're reading whatever you're signing. Be very cognizant of what you're entering into. That being said, let's get into love. Singles, there's a lot of out there. But come on now, you already know. Half of them aren't worth it. Maybe one of them, right? But it's so much crap out there, you can't tell which one is the good one. So you may opt to just remain single. They're falling like flies. And it's like either you're communicating and then the next day you don't hear from the person, or as soon as you start to communicate, they're like flies. They're running to you like a moth to a flame. And if you, like I said, if you mix business with pleasure, you may find a whole new source of income. That's what it keeps ringing out to me, ringing out. Be careful. It's a lot of nonsensical people out there right now. It's a lot of nonsense. It's a lot of cheating and unscrupulous people and people that just wants to thrill, because everybody's mind is kind of going crazy and people are looking to escape. And again, that may be just what, you're here to answer that call. And some of you may realize that and just will remain to stay single because no, you're not meeting anyone up for a quickie. No, you're not running after anyone. And no, you're not going to allow just anyone to your home. So some of you Cancers, I do see a singlehood and just remaining that way, at least from now. But there is someone that doesn't want you to stay single. And they may be trying to do everything that they can to take you off of the market. And if you are a Cancer man, that's what you're trying to do with a particular woman, which you may in fact be quite successful in doing. There can be someone that may be telling you guys or making you feel as if you still have feelings for someone. It's almost like some of you could be getting to know one person, but the person that still has a hold on you or had a very strong hold on you, they're coming back up. They're rearing their ugly head back up. And although every time you see that person, hear their voice, think of them, you can't help but to think of all the tragedy and pain that came along with the love. It just goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. And you're in a better place now. All intents and purposes, you're nowhere near you where you used to be. And for some of you, I have to say that you are and have gotten your closure and you're really able to move forward and to move on. Maybe this last eclipse, which I don't know when it's going to be. I think there's going to be a last eclipse of Cancer and Capricorn, I believe. I'm not sure. But it's something about an eclipse that is just going to propel you like, okay, on to the next journey. I'm ready to move on. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely going to be ready to move on. And so that's really good, is what I see here. But it's almost like the tables are going to turn, Cancer singles. So once you release this person and let them go, now all of a sudden they're going to start taking on all your emotions and regrets and woulda, coulda, shouldas and how about maybe we could type of thing. Too late. It's a whole lot of too lates going on. Couples. Well, I see you guys are really cooking up a scheme here, and it could have something to do with this money. I keep saying, Cancer, be careful with this money. You may not realize it now, but it can cook up a whole problem down the line. It really could. But back to the couple Cancers, I see a lot of, it's almost like two could play that game. This is a two could play that game type of a situation. And the problem here is that people are not being quite honest. People probably are sneaking out, sneaking away, doing things that they're not telling each other about. But if it is you, Cancer, that's trying to be a little bit manipulating, you're going to get caught and it's not going to work. Whoever is the manipulator, whoever is the cheater, the schemer, whoever's trying to run away from a situation, be careful what you ask for because you're just going to get it. You will get it. Okay. I feel that A compromise turns into a fallout, that turns into a walking away, which turns into leaving. And it literally, someone's going to be completely and utterly happy that they finally are able to do this, because there's something with it that comes with closure, right? And this is something that this person's been cooking up. They've been planning this. So if somebody just ups and leaves you, they've planned it. If and I want to say some of you're planning something against someone. It's kind of, whether it be to get them and bring them closer to you, okay, which may take you a little bit longer. If you're someone that's trying to get your mate to be closer to you, that's going to take a little longer, maybe another month or so. But if you're trying to catch someone in the act or beat them at their game, or you say, I'm not tolerating this anymore, I'm just going to move on. Someone may just move on because they caught something, or something kind of came out of nowhere, or like I said, an argument, or something is going to happen if it hasn't already. And someone can't forgive or forget that. And that may spring to someone leaving and wanting to leave this connection. Someone wants to break free. Someone's going to do something really drastic in this union. Absolutely. Now, yeah, this is pretty drastic, because I'm saying, well, you know, what else? Because up here looks really, really good. But I feel like that's when the two of you were good, when things were good. And you had a support, but then you had someone who really was against it, and who's not for it, and who's probably has been trying to ring the alarm for quite some time. But it could have something to do with something someone has said, something someone has seen, or something someone has done, that it's like I said, it's a domino effect. So one thing is going to beget everything else. And then there's a walking away. You're going to wait. There's stress. There's stress that comes along with this situation. Someone is stressed the hell out. I mean, can't sleep, can't eat. All they can think about is the situation. How would you leave me? How could you leave me? Because someone else is seeking closure. But I mean, under the circumstances, how much can a person take is what it looks like to me. How much more of this can they take? And it's almost like, oh, well, let me remind you of who you have in your life. Let me remind you of who I am. Someone is saying, let me remind you of who I am. They're not going to like that very much. Someone is not going to like that they've been reminded of who someone is. I'm telling you. Someone is going to be completely stressed out. Interesting. So we're going to look at this deeper and extend it. How do they feel? What do they want to tell you deep down inside? What secrets are they keeping from you? What do they want out of this relationship? What are their biggest challenges are with you? What will their actions be? What's going to happen in this relationship now? And ultimately, how's this all going to play out? We're also going to look at Aries through Pisces. We're going to pull love cards to see how they feel about you specific. And we're going to look at you single Cancers to see what's coming up in your love life in the months to come. So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. If you like something personal, click the link to my website to set something up for yourself. If you would like to share in the comment section below, do so. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Cancer.